Hello students. In our today discussion, we will see that what are the important steps before doing any statistical analysis or making graph. When you first collect your data from your pod experiment, your field experiment, and your greenhouse experiment, so you arrange these data in on Excel sheet. So when you arrange in Excel sheet, so you have to see your data deeply so you can develop a story for your article. So what are the steps you have to take before doing a statistical analysis? We will discuss one by one. So first of all, you have to see what are the missing value in your data, and then you have to structuring of your data. You must know what are the treatment variables and what are the measure variables. After that, you have to see the distribution of data. Your data is normally distributed, or there is gaps between the values, very large gaps. And then you have to see the outliers in your data. And because outlier in data can affect your making in conclusion from your data. So you must know how many outliers are present in your data. Then you have to trend up data to specific variable. If you want to see your main target variable is yield in your data, you want to see how different parameters are responding to yield. So you can check it. Summary of data. So in summary of data, you can also see that in your data have range according to literature or not. Minimum and maximum value, you can see that that these are within the literature or beyond the literature. And the descriptive statistic is also important here. You can see the mean, standard deviation, and standard error in your data. So these also tell you that accuracy of your data. So we will discuss one by one all these. So first of all, you can see easily as I am using R software. So R softwares can provide you the missing value in each your parameter. So you can see the if any parameters, measured parameters have missing value, so you can check these. By simple command in R softwares, it can give you the missing value in any measured parameter. So we have no missing value, so it's showing zero in all our parameters. So it is important you must know that how many missing value are present in your data. And then you have to structure of your data. So you must know that how much treatment in your data, how many factors you are studying, like in this data years, treatments, and varieties. Three are the main factors we are going to study on the effect of growth and physiology of crop, different parameters. So you must know what the treatment variables in your data and what are the measured variables in your data. So this is important so you can get familiar with your data. Okay. Next step is the data distribution. You can see how your data is distributed, and you can see in our we can easily see the all our parameters in one graph, all parameters in one graph, how their data is distributed. So you can see that the ball weight, balls, fiber length, fiber strength. So you can see how the data is distributed from minimum value to maximum values. And you can see here some gaps in data. So you can see if too much gaps in your data and your data is normally distributed. So you must see your data that how it distributed before doing any statistical analysis or making graphs. Uh, And then outliers. You can calculate the outlier through different statistical programs, but simplest is the interquartile methods. Lower fans, you can see that's Q1 minus 1.5 multiplied by IQR. So Q, so interquartile difference and Q3, so you can Q3 plus 1.5, so you can calculate through this methods outliers in your data, and so you can see quantiles 0, 25, 50%, 70%, and 100%. So how your data is distributed in form of quantiles. So after doing in R, so R have calculated the outliers in all our parameters. In plant height, we have no outliers, bad values, podial branches, balls weight, yield, photosynthetic. We have quantiles in a GOT, our parameters, and R has given the values that are uh, outliers in these parameters, and also we have outliers in fiber lab. So you can see what parameters in your data have outliers. So you can manage these outlier through different transformations function in statistic. So but before doing statistical analysis, you must know the outliers in your data. And then you can see that, as earlier I said, that you want to see how different parameter show relationship with the shield. So you can see that here photosynthetic rate and shield relationship, when photosynthetic rate was increased, shield also increased. So you can see, and similarly in respiration and transpiration rate also showed positive relationship with the shield. Almost all variables show positive relationship with the yield, but here leaf temperature show negative correlation between yield and leaf temperature. As leaf temperature decreases, yield increases. So, so you can see that how leaf temperatures values affected the yield. So you can see that uh, where in low leaf temperature there was high yield. So you can see relationship of different variables with this specific your target variables. So you can see your data, and this step can also help you in writing the discussion of the your articles. You can discuss these parameters, show positive relationship with your target variable, and these variables show negative relation with the target variables. So that's a very, very important step before doing any statistical analysis or making graphs. And then the summary of data. So before doing any statistical analysis, so you must do the summary of your data. A summary help you to see that what are the minimum value in your data and what are the maximum value in your data. And this you can compare your data with the literature. So you can see that your data is within the literature, or the values are a higher side, or your data values are a lower side. So summary of data is very, very important. So you can match your data with the existing literature. And then you can descriptive statistics also very helpful to examine your data. You can see here the in except mean value, standard deviations, medians, and minimum value, maximum values, and you can also see the standard error. So you can see the standard error, standard deviation in a descriptive statistic, that also tell you that your data is reliable, or with having low standard deviation and low standard error. If standard deviation and standard error are high, it means there is high variability in your data. So these are the important steps before going to statistical analysis. Or so we repeat again, so before doing any analysis, So you must see the missing value in your data, see the structure of data, which are treatment variables and measure variable, and then you have to see the data distribution, and you have to see outliers in your data and trend down different variables with the target variables. And some of data also tell you that your data is within the range of literature or not. Descriptive study also, you can see here mean, standard deviation, and standard error, which also helpful checking your data and doing statistical and making graphs. So these are the steps. So I also tell you earlier that these steps can help you building a good story for your article. So when you have familiar with your data, so you can build a good story for your article, and with good story, your article can be published in a good journals. Thank you so much.